a huge responsibility, but the ultimate privilege to care for, teach, learn from, and build relationships with these incredible killer whales. We're proud of what we do, and we're excited to share with you what we've learned through these relationships today and for many years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoy Orca Encounter.
要啊，不会了。那天是已经开了6个小时，再开才会累。今天只是开2个半小时回去。
需要我开吗？
我不知道，再说嘛。我睡了很多。上来说。来了。
Our world has one interconnected ocean. A vast blue expanse critical to life on Earth.
他们会给这放这里了，应该。
And there's no better animal to represent the ocean's beauty than the killer whale.
They live in every corner of the ocean, from the Arctic to the Atlantic, the Southern to the Indian, to the Pacific and beyond.
The killer whale story is the ocean story, and it's one we all share.
We're one world, united by our ocean.
These behaviors keep the whales both active and engaged. SeaWorld's killer whales have inspired generations to care for our natural world, and we're excited to share
to take their place at the top of the ocean's food web. At the bottom are small animals, like krill. At the top, the apex predator, the killer whale. Killer whales are as big as a bus, faster than an Olympic swimmer, high flying and powerful.
We're going to see all of this today and more. These and other behaviors provide the whales with an environment full of enrichment.
We spend days, weeks, months, years building relationships with our whales. This creates trust, and that allows us to do some amazing things. For example, when you visit the doctor, you present your arm to draw blood, or step on the scale to see how much you weigh. It's much the same with our whales.
Throughout today's experience, you'll see the whales move together in unison. These synchronized behaviors allow them to strengthen their social bonds and problem solve as a group. And this is just another reason as to why they're known as the ocean's top predator. Their scientific name is the Orca, and their common name is the killer whale. And each of the whales that reside here at SeaWorld San Antonio have their own personalized names. And joining you right out front are two females, Sakari and Takara. Sakari is 15 years old, and Takara is the oldest at 34 years old. Killer whales live in a matriarchal society with one female in charge. And for our pod, that's Takara, which means she's the leader. These whales trust us, and they take an active role in our personal health and well-being. Through the use of positive reinforcement training techniques, we're able to teach the whales husbandry or healthcare behaviors. And joining us to sign ups now are Trainers Jacob, Casey, and Danny, here to demonstrate just a few of these behaviors. Now, one of the very first behaviors we teach the whales is called the flip present, in which the whales present their tail flukes to the trainers, just as Sakari and Takara are demonstrating right now. Not only does the flip present allow us the opportunity to observe the whale's entire body, but it also allows us access to the easy-to-see, shallow veins that run along the white underside of their tail flukes. Our veterinarians are able to collect blood samples from these veins at least once a month. And as you can see, the whales are conditioned to remain calm throughout the entire procedure. Throughout today's experience, you may also see the trainers providing the whales with a variety of different tail rubs, back massages, or maybe even splashing them with water. And this is because killer whales have very sensitive skin, and this is just one of the many ways we can continue to build our relationships with the whales. Now, collecting blood is just one of the ways to ensure the health of these amazing animals. Another important diagnostic tool is knowing how much each of the whales weigh. And that's why here at SeaWorld we weigh the whales once a week. And in order to do so, we ask them to slide their entire bodies out of the water onto a killer whale size scale located in one of our back adjacent pools. Now, as Takara is demonstrating this behavior, you'll notice that a portion of her body, from the base of her dorsal fin all the way down to the tip of her tail flukes, is still in the water. Now, this portion of her body is called the peduncle, and it is made up of several very large and powerful muscles that can weigh up to several hundred pounds alone. So, in order to get an accurate weight on each of the whales, we simply ask them to lift their tail flukes up and out of the water, just like this. And this is exactly how we know that Takara here is weighing in at 4,500 pounds. It's important to have an accurate weight on each of the whales to ensure the younger whales are growing appropriately and the adult whales are maintaining a healthy weight. Our husbandry behaviors ensure that the animals are healthy and thriving.
And the care isn't just physical. Mental stimulation and play are vital, and we surprise and engage with our whales at every opportunity. Play is how killer whales teach their young to hunt. And for the adults, play is important too. It seems that they just enjoy having fun. Making time for play is an important part of life for killer whales, and for us.
Observational learning and mimicry play a critical role in the life of a killer whale. From the very moment they're born, they're learning necessary life skills by watching and playing follow the leader with their mothers, as well as other members of their pod. And here at SeaWorld, they even play that game with us. So we're going to be demonstrating just that here in this video today. First, we're joined by Sakari and in her new friend Agria. And if you are watching closely, Sakari is waving right back at her. This is because killer whales have amazing eyesight above and below the surface of the water, and they're very curious animals, which is why we often see them spy hopping or even jumping completely out of the water to get a better view of their surroundings. Now it looks like Sakari is making her way to the bottom of this 40-foot deep habitat to demonstrate a behavior we call a center bow. That was great, Sakari! Now we're going to talk a little bit more about how killer whales communicate with Takara and her new friend Lewis. Now, killer whales can communicate in a variety of different ways, and the use of vocalizations is just one of them. So let's see if they can work together to demonstrate one of these for us today. That was beautiful! Did you know scientists believe that when a killer whale leaps out of the water, this may be a way of communicating to make their presence known? You see, sound waves travel approximately 4.5 times faster in the water than they do through the air. So when a killer whale does leap out of the water and comes crashing back down, this is called a breach, and this sound can be heard for miles around. Let's just take a listen and see how loud Takara can be. I must have forgotten to mention, it also makes a huge splash. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it up for the killer whales and audience volunteers. As you can see, killer whales can communicate by making a huge splash. SeaWorld's observation and the research on the killer whales in our care has shed light on the many mysteries of these amazing animals. For example, we now know the gestation period of a pregnant killer whale is 17 months. And that's information that's impossible to obtain out in the ocean. However, some information can only be gained through field observation, and that's why for the last 60 years, SeaWorld has worked with our conservation partners from around the world to help further our knowledge. Killer whales are remarkable, powerful animals, and perhaps the best expression of this power is when they hunt.
Killer whales stand apart. They have no natural predators, and just about any other ocean animal could be their dinner. Depending on where they live and their chosen prey, they've developed some epic hunting techniques. Off the coast of South America, killer whales will beach themselves, riding in on waves just long enough to catch prey. They'll also create waves that knock animals like penguins or seagulls from icebergs. Most importantly, they cooperate, communicate, and coordinate as a team. Here's footage of killer whales corralling a school of herring. A whale dips it in feeds, while the other whales keep the fish together with spikes of their tails.
In the ocean, killer whales create waves to hunt. They use flip spikes to stun their prey, and they can even reach themselves up and out of the water. For these whales, it's a fun demonstration. But for all of you, it's time to get wet!
Uh-oh, 完了，这边咯，这边哦。喂。 应该没有了。
Killer whales depend on a plentiful food source and a clean environment. They're completely dominant, yet completely dependent.
When it comes down to it, killer whales are not the most powerful animal in the ocean.
Their future depends on you.
Through your actions.
Through the choices we all make.
We hold the future of killer whales and the oceans in our hands.
那里
Killer whales continue to surprise and amaze us. They're the perfect ambassador for the ocean. Limitless, connected, powerful,
没有了啦。
but still longer.
The challenges that we face can seem insurmountable.
Don't give up. Be inspired.
The ocean needs our help, and that seems overwhelming. But together, we can make it happen.
There's so much to learn.
So much to protect. So much to explore.
你不想做啊？
The killer whale story is still being written. And there are simple things we all can do to make a
今天
difference.
比较好，今天热了，没关系。
All it takes is one. One choice.
One positive act. One ripple that can grow and grow.
And change the world.
Together, we've got this.
So much mystery. We are all inspired as one big world, and we share the love that flows through each of us. And as our hearts unite and we come alive, we can feast alright and see how marvelous is this one big world.
all of us. We will continue to learn from these amazing animals, and we hope that you will too. Thanks for joining us, and have a great rest of your day here at SeaWorld San Antonio. Goodbye, everyone!
Follow SeaWorld on